Hello guys and welcome back to World of Tanks Ace Tanker series. Today we are playing with KKnD. And KKnD is driving the tier 9 German heavy tank, the E75. E75 is one of two German heavy tanks, the other being the VK4502B. And the common attribute for all of German heavy tanks is that they have great armor and excellent gun, with good penetration and excellent alpha damage. So the E75 is not an exception. It has excellent armor and probably one of the best in the tier 9 heavies, and it has an excellent gun with 246 penetration, which has an alpha of 490 damage. But this gun is balanced by reload time and aim time. And KKnD is starting to use his gun on this corner of the left side of Karelia. And the first victim will be the Tiger P. He aims carefully and the Tiger P bounces the shot as it has 200 mm of armor, but we can see that KKnD shot on the place where the armor is the thickest, a strip between lower plate and upper plate. He takes a shot from the IS-3, but as I said, the armor on the German tanks is excellent and it only shaves off his tracks. So KKnD is playing here a bit unusually, pushing to the hillside where he has 3 tanks. He does not want to wait on the corner and trade shots with heavies on the other side. And he decides to push on the IS-6 T-54 and the Tiger P. A careful aim on the IS-6 on the strip above the cupola, and he pens him for around 500 damage. And the IS-6 with his gun doesn't have a chance to penetrate the E75. Excellent gun on the E75, puts another good shot in the IS-6. And the IS-6 isn't even trying, he's looking somewhere else. A third good shot in the IS-6 and he is almost gone for. KKnD is using the gun to the fullest, always angling his tank so the IS-6 cannot pen him. But as you can see, he can miss as well. The troll armor on the IS-6 doesn't allow him to finish the Russian heavy tank, and he may not get another opportunity as the IS-6 is dead. So KKnD pushes on the T-54 and puts a great shot in him, tracking him in place. If T-54 and the I-6 would have rushed KKnD, they maybe could have done something, but now it's KKnD against the T-54 and the Tiger P, which is on one shot. And what do you think of that? KKnD again didn't kill the Tiger P. And the Super Pershing next to him kills him. Interesting. So the Tiger P has 200 mm of armor on the front side of the tank. And even though the shots by KKnD have more than 200 mm of penetration, they were not able to go through the thickly armored tier 7 tank. And the common attribute in all German tanks is shown here, the armor. But nevertheless, the Tiger P is dead and he is pushing on the T-54. The T-54 runs in panic and drops down from the hill. So KKnD needs to wait a couple of seconds to reload the gun, and he will rush to T-54 and finish him. You can see that he is always angling his tank to a sort of a diamond shape, and thus increasing the armor on the front plate and the lower plate of the E75. Now he's trying to find a shot on the STI, and a great shot in the commander's hatch. He shaves off a third of the Russian heavy tank's health. It is very important damage on a tier 9 tank. And when the opportunity presents itself, he kills the IS-3, eliminating a seriously good tank from the game. A good shot there by KKnD. So STI is in a lot of trouble. He has 2 tanks on his back, and KKnD is shooting him on the side of cupola. And any moment now he will be gone for. But he's still not giving up, and you have to admire him for that. if you look at the map, you can see that the scores are equal and that the left side is clear by the KKnD and his friends in the team. And the other side isn't looking that bad as well. And all that's left to do now is to push on the enemy cap. Oh, what a huge shot from the Rheinmetall Borsig on the E75. Now, you would say that E75 should have bounced that shot, but remember, Borsig has a tier 10 gun, and it has excellent penetration. And shooting on the lower plate of the E75 allowed him to penetrate the big German tank. So KKnD took a shot on the Black Prince and he missed. It looks like in this game he cannot pen tier 7 tanks, but pens the STIs really easy. That shot on the Rheinmetall Borsig probably went in, because you didn't see the splash behind the tank, so it looks like the shot hit something. That can be a good sign for you that you blind shot an enemy. Another shot on the Black Prince and another bounce. This is very interesting that a tier 9 tank with a tier 10 gun cannot penetrate the tier 7. But remember, Black Prince has 150mm of armor on the front, and he is very well angled there. What KKnD should have done is what he did in this last shot, shoot on the side of the Black Prince. And this is a super Pershing superhero rush on the 3 tanks and he dies. What is he doing? Can somebody tell me? If you're a super Pershing driver, you have a great armor, but don't do that. You cannot survive a frontal engagement against tanks that have better gun, better armor, and better everything than you. That's simple. So, KKnD and his friends on the left side pushed and finished the left side of all the enemies. The scores are 4-5. The enemy team has pushed the left flank, and it's a matter of time when they go and cap their base. And KKnD and his friends on the left side are going as well for the cap. So on the enemy team we have the Tiger 2, 2 Jaguar Tigers 88 and artillery and a ISU. A setup that has to be respected in every way. So if they want to cap, they have to hurry and start the cap before the enemies do. But you can see that the ISU came back trying to stop the advancement of enemy forces. Unselfish act there by ISU driver. And clearly with this shot on the IS2, or not, KKnD wasn't able to finish him. But the ISU is not doing very well there. He got shot twice by the T-25. And he is dead now. So KKnD is reduced to shooting the APCR, as he spent all of his regular ammo fighting on the left side. And a foolish move by the T-25 too. He went in front of the gun of the small RT and RT one-shotted him. Very good play by the RT, but it was actually a stupid move by the T-25 too. So KKnD is left now with 4 tanks. They had an equal result just a moment ago. And he's trying to cap and lure the artillery to come out and shoot at him, but he is not able to. And he has a Jaguar Tiger 88 behind him. So what he's doing now, he's looking at the other way so the artillery comes out, and quickly uses his traverse to turn around and shoot at the artillery, but unfortunately he wasn't able to hit it. He was pretty unlucky there. And look at that Crusader running away. If you do not know, it has more speed driving reverse than it has driving forward, as the gun is mounted backwards on the chassis. But we don't judge, as nobody likes to fight the E75. So KKnD still has advantage in the cap, and he's almost at 70%, but the Jaguar Tiger 88 puts a good shot in him. And this is probably it. He will not be able to go back and reset the cap in time, unfortunately. But nevertheless, he is still doing a good move here. Flanking the tank destroyer in a heavy tank is kinda hard, but when you're driving the E75 you can do these kind of things. And the 88 on the Jag Tiger really isn't enough to go through the armor of E75, even though the 88 on the Jag Tiger has over 200 mm of penetration. And he goes around another Jag Tiger again, but the cap on the other side, it's probably the Tiger 2 which went into the cap. But you cannot blame the Tiger. If he doesn't do that, they would lose for sure. And the KKnD is just pulling this Jag Tiger 88. But it's a small consolation for the loss on this excellent game by him. But what you gonna do? Sometimes you lose on the cap. And even though win would be a great, none of us should be sad with this kind of result. So good game for the enemies, and let's take a look at the post-game stats. We can see that KKnD had an excellent game, despite of it being a loss. He earned his first mark on the gun, he got Steel Wall, Top Gun, High Caliber, and of course the Mastery Badge Ace Tanker. On the team score sheet we can see that he earned 1638 experience, killing 6 tanks and doing over 8000 damage. On the detailed report we can see that he fired 31 shots, of which 27 hit the target and only 21 penetrated. He also blocked 5750 points of damage on his armor. Pretty impressive there. Thank you all for watching. If you didn't like the video, drop a dislike or leave a comment how I can improve the channel. And if you liked the video, hit the like button, share and subscribe for more content, as it really helps me out a lot. And then also don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Google Plus to get the new content first, every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. And if you're wondering what to watch next, hit the little I button in the top right corner and it will lead you to another video. See you guys next time.